Hello, I'm Megan Wing and I'm doing my Media AS homework, talking about genre for about 4 to 5 minutes. So I've got my notes on Word and I shall be reading them out. So genre. What is genre? Basically, genre. Oh damn! I got my notes mixed up. Okay, it's a media. Media products can be classified into categories or genres. The word genre is French and it means type or class. Genre, especially in films, is a key concept because it is more complex than just a way of putting similar films together in a group, basically. Genre is a way of putting media text, what I said, into categories which share similar characteristics. Um, Media genres appear within a medium, film, television, such as horror. So you've got like horror, sci-fi, thriller, comedy, rom-com, comedy, romance and comedy. So horror, which is a film or television situation comedy. It helps in the pre-selling of films, basically, because if like, you know the types or what person it is, it helps in the pre-selling of films. So it kind of gives the audience a general idea. Oh God, it's gone red. It gives them a general idea of what film they're going to see. The audience get bored with too much repetition because if it repeats itself. They like to see a genre change and evolve by responding to contextual influences to do with like the way of society changes, pretty much. And also a lot like the BBC and stuff. A lot of people making the films like to ask the audience first. So like I don't know, if you're doing a romance and they bring a film out, they have a survey and ask the audience about what they liked and didn't like to get their input because they're going to be watching it, and sometimes the repetition. So with one of the X-Men films, they thought that something should change and they actually took it back and changed it. Thanks Krishna for the heads up on that. Um, Anyway, genre is a tool. It's used particularly in Hollywood, um, like by producers who like to repeat dramatic formulas. So that kind of means that like this kind of commercially successful. So producers have been criticized for repeating the same genre. So like there's so many like romance films like they're typically going to high school. The geek kind of falls for the jock and the jock falls for her. It's very repetitive. So repeating the same genre time after time, the audience they don't want to see the same thing happen. But this is a like a communical model that works well in many industries. So you got to kind of think about the fashion, how that repeats and stuff as well. Like, a lot of things do repeat. But yeah, and then a genre can be recognized by its common sets of distinguishing features. These features associate with a genre style. So by that it means by the content, for example, like a particular setting, character types, like a stereotype. For example, a stereotype. Let's say a stereotype of a I don't know black man, like a typical drug dealer. Someone would say straight away, black man, kind of wears tracky bottoms. His language is more low pitched, and he hasn't like he's a lot of swear words and it's very fast and like the his it's not upper class talking, it's quite lower class, like chavvy, like, "Oh, right, mate," like in it. So there'll be a lot of that. So it's and then technical codes like lighting, music, so all the mise en scène. Audience recognize these features and therefore accept certain like things about them. So they know if it's a thriller, if it's a horror. Like some people don't like horror, so they won't go and see them. So it's good as they know what type, like what genre the film is, because they wouldn't want to see a horror and not be able to sleep. Um, so I don't know, yeah, just giving you an example for that. Like for romance comedy, if you want, for example, at the end of a romance comedy film, the two lead characters will realise they're in love. The audience may even select a text on the basics of this genre. So, do you know what I mean? However, a genre is not statistic. It changes all the time because new trends, new things change. Like a society, everything changes, so it's not put in there, it's not carved in stone. This is resulting in a hybrid genre and changing of codes and conventions. There is also a relationship between genres and the society in which they are created. The basic genre of a film can be regarded as drama. Da, 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 in the future films and most cartoons and documentaries. Fun times. Most dramatic feature films, they kind of most of them are from Hollywood because Hollywood's like it's like the biggest. It's like they produce a lot of films, like very stereotypical film, like the but they are fairly they're I don't know, Hollywood, they're kind of fairly comfortable into one of which is a long list of film genres such as western, war film, horror film, romantic comedy, music, crime, and many others, to be honest. The list goes on and on. But many of these genres have a number of subgenres. For example, by setting a subject and it's distinctive. I just had a tongue twist. I'm really sorry. It's I don't know. It's national style. For example, like Indian Bollywood music. So it's got like I don't know, Hollywood like has its typical setting or subject and it's like kind of distinctive national style, so it kind of has a look that it's going for. So I've gone over the time limit. I hope you've enjoyed my genre video. I'm going to go to bed.